Jim Jones, the legendary rapper known for his bold personality and confident presence, appeared on a live show recently and shocked everyone with a moment that no one saw coming. As the cameras rolled and the lights dimmed, the world watched. A version of Jim that had never been seen before. He wasn't the usual self-assured man we were used to. This time, he looked fragile, overwhelmed, and deeply emotional. For someone who had always carried himself with strength and swagger, this was a side that fans and even his closest loved ones were not prepared for. Sitting beside him in the studio was his longtime partner, Chrissy Lampkin. Their bond has always been viewed as one of strength, even through the ups and downs of fame and personal challenges. But that night, something was different. Jim looked pale, and there was a silence in the room that felt heavy. You could feel the tension just by looking at him. His hands trembled slightly and his jaw was clenched. The room fell completely still as he finally spoke, his voice low and cracked with emotion. "I'm struggling," he said, barely above, a whisper. These words hit everyone hard. For a man who has always worn strength like a badge, this quiet confession was powerful. Fans were stunned. Chrissy looked shocked too. Her body shifted slightly in her seat as if she didn't know how to react. There was a deep concern in her eyes, mixed with disbelief. She looked at him, trying to read what he was going through. Had she known things had gotten this bad? Had he kept this pain hidden from her all this time? As Jim continued to talk, it became clear that this wasn't just a small moment of vulnerability. This was something that had been building up inside him for a long time. He admitted that despite his image, despite what people saw on stage or on social media, he had been dealing with depression and anxiety behind closed doors. He spoke slowly, carefully choosing his words. "People think I've got it all figured out," he said, looking out into the crowd but not really seeing them. "They think I'm good because I smile, because I show up, because I've always handled everything like a soldier, but the truth is, I'm not okay. I haven't been okay for a while." The audience was silent. Chrissy remained still, but you could see the pain in her face. This wasn't just a surprise for fans, it was a revelation for her too. As Jim opened up more, his voice wavered. He shared how the pressure of his career, the expectations from fans, and the non-stop demands of being in the spotlight had worn him down. "I've been carrying so much," he said, "trying to be strong, trying to keep going like nothing's wrong. But it's not that simple. It's never been that simple." His hands were clenched together in his lap, and he looked like he was holding himself together with every ounce of energy he had left. Chrissy finally moved, slowly placing her hand on Jim's arm. It was a small gesture, but it spoke volumes. Her expression showed that even if she didn't have all the answers, she was there. She was listening. She cared. But the tension between them was obvious. It was the kind of moment where everything between two people changes. You could see that both of them were standing on the edge of something, and no one knew if they would fall or take a step forward together. Jim continued to speak, his words growing more emotional. "It's not just me who's affected," he said. "The people around me, my friends, my family, Chrissy, they feel it too. Even when I try to hide it, even when I think I'm protecting them, it still reaches them. And that hurts." Chrissy's eyes filled with tears, and even though she wiped them away quickly, the cameras caught it. That moment, raw and honest, showed just how much pain was sitting between them. He looked over at her and said, "Chrissy's been there. Through it all, she's been my anchor. But even she's caught in this storm now." Her eyes locked on his, filled with a mixture of love, sadness,